Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting, and welcome back to part 6 of Am I Ever Going to Be Able to Make This Fucking Card? Pardon my language. Actually, no, not pardon my language. This is my 6th time trying to make this baby card. A subscriber, wonderful subscriber, she knows who she is, and I adore her. And she asked me if I could make her some cards, and I said of course. And she needed 2 baby girl congratulations cards and a baby sister card, a big sis card. I mean a big sis, not baby sis, big sis card, and 2 birthday cards. Great, I will make you these cards. Well, let's see. Where are we here? So, first one, I cut and folded the paper wrong, the cardstock wrong. Okay, great. Second one, the hole punch, my circle punch that I have, wouldn't go through 2 pieces of cardstock. So that was video 2. Video 3, I measured wrong. Yeah, okay, so that was video 3. Video 4, I messed up because I didn't want to emboss on both pieces. Okay. Video 5, which I just finished, was going great until the card broke apart. So, an A2 card base, but cut at 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. So it opens this way. We are making a onesie card. So let me find what I need. I need a circle die. One of the ways that this project got messed up yesterday was because my circle punch would not cut through 2 layers of paper. So I'm going to make some measurements, okay? I'm going to put a mark in the center of the paper, which would be at 2 1/8 in from the edge, just so we have a center, okay? And then I'm going to make a mark 1 inch in on each side, okay, and 1 inch up. 1 inch in on the bottom, across the bottom, from each side on the bottom. Jeez Louise. And then 1 inch up on each side. Now these are just so I can position this and have them the same every time. Okay? So, I'm going to take that, and I'm gonna, that looks even enough. Even enough. And I'm gonna roll it through and roll it back to make sure it cuts through both layers of paper. All right. And it did. Now we're definitely, there it is. Okay. Now I'm going to take this circle die again, and these marks here, I just want to put this down so they're cut. So those marks, are covered. See? They're just covered. That's all I want to do for that. And I'm going to roll it through twice to cut through. So I cut the marks off. You see that? I cut the marks off. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to lay this down so the marks are covered. You see where I'm going with this? See how it's starting to look like a onesie? Now, I do have an SVG. I could have easily used my SVG because I have one. But I know some of you might not have one. From the top, I want to mark down 1 3/4 inches. So we're going to, from the top, mark down. Oh, I missed that line right there. Let me erase that. I'm going to mark down 1 1 and 3/4. Okay? 1 3/4 inches. Same width on this side. 1 3/4 inches. And then I want to come in 1 inch. Right? Why does that not look the same? Because it's not. How did I miss 1 3/4 inches? Jeez Louise. Okay, and now once again I want to come in 1 inch. So I'm just going to draw a line for 1 inch. See, 1 inch and 1 inch. 1 3/4 inches down, 1 inch over. And then we're going to take our ruler and I'm going to set it on the little tip over here and draw a line. So now it looks like that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so what we have looks like that. Also, I'm making baby girl. I don't think I even said that. I don't know what I said. Like I said, this is my 5th time filming this video. I tried 4 times yesterday and then walked away because I said, Mimi, this ain't working. So I walked away. All right, so now I'm going to take my scissor, and I did miss that edge a little bit, so I'm going to cut where I need to cut, and I'm just going to erase this pencil mark so you can't see the pencil mark. The other one I actually got correct. Okay, so we have that. We're going to do the same on the other side. All right. And there we go. Okay. We are just going to use this piece here because I'm over it. And we're going to do, I'm going to switch my design up because I am over it. So I'm going to use this because it's pretty. I'm going to get myself some cardstock. I have some right here. I'm going to use white because we don't want to use the pink on pink. And I'm just going to put it on a regular old card base. Now the question is, should I put it on this kind of card base so it opens this way like a normal card, or should I put it on this kind of card base so it opens this way? Definitely not pink though, that's just too much pink. What do you think? What's I wish you could tell me. I think I'm just gonna do the flippy uppy. Let's just do the flippy uppy. Flippy uppy, huh? What am I cutting at? I'm cutting at 4 1/4. Correct, correct. Great. I don't know why this has been such a struggle, but it's been a struggle. So we're just gonna move on and do it a different way. Because obviously, there's a problem, right? I mean, it's probably a me problem, but it's a problem. All right, here we go. I'm just going to put this. I wish I would have made it a little bit smaller now, but I think this will be okay. I think that'll be okay. I want to stamp inside the card. So we're going to stamp inside the card. I'm also going to stamp my stamp on the back of the card. So let's do my stamp on the back first, because I also have another one to stamp, which is this one here on the back of the card. So I'm going to stamp this twice and get that done. I'm going to stamp and I'll be back. Okay, so I stamped on the back. Now I want to use the congratulations that comes in this. I looked through all my stamp sets, and I only found 2 congratulations stamps, if you can believe it, which really shocked me. So I'm going to use this one right there. The other one I can't stamp because I don't have it cut yet, and I don't know where it's going to go. But what I'm going to do is keep this stamp in here because I do need it for the next card. It's fine. We're all fine here. Okay, so everything is stamped. I have this to go on here. I have this little moon. I think the moon is adorable. I also have some twine that I was thinking of doing a bow up at the top, but I don't know. I'm going to put this down and then decide. But yes, I'm very, like, this has just been the most frustrating card. And the sad thing is, you guys, that I have a Cricut. Okay? I was going to, my first original plan was to cut out with my Cricut. But then I thought, well, some of you might not have a Cricut. Right? Some of you might not have a Cricut. I don't want to cut out with a Cricut and then you don't have one, and then this way you at least learn how to make a card. And I just realized something. Okay. I just realized I didn't show you how to make this card. So, very quickly. Actually, okay, I still have the video of making this one before it ripped, so I will put in how I made this. Don't worry. Well, you know what? I should stop talking because you'll have already seen how I made it. Alright, I'm going to put the little moon there. Oh, it's so cute. Let me make a little bow and see. It's very cute. Let me make a little bow and see if a little bow would look good. I'm guessing it would probably look very good, but we'll see if I can make a bow. Okay, because sometimes my fingers don't want to cooperate. You know, sometimes. I mean, what little girl outfit does not look good without a bow? Okay, very cute, but I'm going to definitely make these a little bit smaller. Oh my god, I can hear the dog is driving me nuts. I've already went up there. I want not super long. We don't want super long. Alright. What do you think? Bow or no bow? I'm just going to put it where it would go. Oh, I think bow. Let's put it down. Right smack dab in the middle. Okay, there we go. Super cute. I'm going to put this aside because honestly I'm done looking at it. So 6 times for a card, you guys. 6 times. Now I have another card. Hopefully I can get this one right. So I'm going to need this one, this trimmer, and this is still the A2 card cut at 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so we're going to take this and we are going to cut down. I'm going to go over, is it an inch? I have everything written down. I believe it's an inch. Yes. So we're going to go over to the inch mark. You know what though? Let's make, want to make sure I cut to the right. I would rather put a pencil mark and cut to the correct size than screw it up. So I'm measuring up from the bottom 3.5, and then I'm just going to draw a straight line all the way across on that 3.5 inch mark. Okay, just so I know where to stop. See that? Just so I know where to stop. So I'm going to come over to the 1 inch, put this down, and then I'm going to pull down, and I cannot see. So I get to that line, okay, and I'm going to turn it over because I want to do the 1 inch again. And now I don't have a line to, I'll just guesstimate. Yep, look at that, good. And then I'm going to pull this over, and I'm going to line it up and cut down and up. And cut that piece out. See? Done. All right. I'm making little overalls, okay? All right, so we erase those lines. This is not... All right, I gotta I give up, you guys. This was not the right one. The right one was over here that I stamped on. So, let's just do it again. There you go. You get to see it again. So I'm going to measure up 3.5. So 3.5. Okay. And then I'm just going to... Aren't you lucky? You get to see it again. Telling you, these are not my cards. Do that, and then we'll do this again. And then over an inch. See, I have an inch mark right here, so I'm just lining it up with that inch, pulling my blade up, and stopping at the line. I'm going to do the same over here, but I'm going to do it differently this time. So there we go. And I'm going to line that up and line it up. There are little notches on the side of my blade. I don't know if you can see that. That tells me where to stop. Okay. And then there we go. All right. So you got to see it twice because I'm a moron today. All right. So we have these, and somewhere I had actually cut the other pieces I needed. Here they are. So here's the other pieces I needed. So I have them over here. I have to cut them down. I cut them too big because when I cut them, I wasn't sure how wide I was going over. So I'm going to, or should I just leave it like that? You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it like that and let it go over a little bit. I didn't want to... It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have that. We also need a pocket. So I'm just going to use the piece that I cut out to make a pocket. Okay. And I'm just going to cut it in half. Cut it in half. So now I have a little pocket. And to make it a pocket, I'm going to use my ankle punch, and I'm going to cut 2 little angles down at the bottom, like so, and that's going to go like that. Okay? I'm going to put that like that. These get glued like so. And the reason these are separate pieces because I wanted them to be a little longer. And then I have buttons to go here like so. And then I have these stickers from this sticker sheet yet, and the rainbow's too big. Oh, there's this one. Is this one too big? What do we think? Nope, that one fits perfect. So we'll use that. All right, so let's glue these down. I'm actually going to keep this as a pocket, but I want to glue these down first. We don't want to get, let's not get ahead of ourselves and put the pocket down in the wrong spot. So we're just going to glue these down like so, like that. And then there's a little spot that I missed because I didn't go over far enough, which I knew would happen. So I'm going to put that there. Then we're going to do the same over here. Like so. And put that up and get that exactly where it needs to be. Okay, and now we have our little pocket. And I'm going to put the pocket right there. But I'm going to do what I would normally do for a pocket just to make it look like it's still actually a pocket. And not just a glued down piece of paper to look like a pocket. Okay, there we go. So these were cut to, before I forget, 1.5 by 2.5 is what these were cut to. And then these buttons are just buttons that I had in my stash. I'm just going to glue these on. Damn it, Janet. Okay. And then we'll put the sticker on. Okay, sticker, sticker, sticker. Right in front of me, you guys. I'm gonna try and get it as even as possible. There we go. Look how adorable that is. And then it flips open like so. Got a little glue there, so let's get that glue off with my glue eraser. Okay. Ooh, that took forever to get off. Right? And I stupidly forgot to stamp on the inside. Why didn't you guys remind me? You see I'm having a hard time. Why didn't you remind me? That's okay. It can be easily fixed. So here we go. I'm going to flip this over just in case I accidentally got ink. Okay. There we go. And lost my ink pad for a second. All right. There we go. I'm going to put this aside, and while that dries, I don't like to close it before it dries. I'm just going to quickly clean this with What do I use? I use the Ranger water-based stamp cleaner is what I have. Okay. We'll put this away and then we're done with this and we're done with these cards. And I think for all of the issues that I had, you guys, I think they came out good. Like I said, the sad thing is I could have just easily used my Cricut. But no, I wanted to show you guys how to make it without having a Cricut or an SVG to make a onesie. And that's what I think screwed me in the long run. But here we go. Super cute. Just regular A2 size cards. And they look adorable. Thank you guys for joining me for Mimi Has a Breakdown. Just kidding. I didn't have a breakdown. I didn't quite have a breakdown. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these cards and how easy they were. This one may not have seemed easy, but you know what the problem was? And I will tell you, if you want to make it where it's still the flip up, because I just wasn't doing it again. I wasn't doing it for a 7th time, 6th time, whatever time it was. Don't emboss. That's what cracked my paper. Yeah, don't emboss. That's what it comes down to. And the reason I didn't use the one from yesterday was because once it was embossed on both sides, I realized I couldn't stamp or write anything on this side. That was the issue with this one. But it's super cute. What I should do is make this one and send it, and then whatever one she wants to use, she can use. I think I'll do that, but I'll do it off camera. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. Please hit the like button. This was a hot mess. And I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.